From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Roz and Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Of course.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Sam Asghari has broken his silence amid the Britney Spears divorce.
Oh, yeah.
So yesterday, he was on Instagram, and he goes, after 6 years of love and commitment to each other, my wife and I have decided to end our journey together. We will hold on to the love and respect we have for each other, and I wish her the best always. Ish happens.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But what really happened, Sam?
No, exactly. I mean, a lot of people are blaming this guy, but I mean, really, like you look at it, he probably put up with some stuff, right? Like, this is a big job being with Britney Spears and being her only sort of support system and everything else. And I'm not saying anything against Britney, but, you know, when people need help and somebody's there to help them, it's a big job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. But then the whole story with that, he wants more money because he said he was going to release, like, embarrassing
That part of it.
information
That
and
ain't
stuff
right. Come
like
on,
this. And I don't know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Olivia Rodrigo has a new album coming out called Guts, and I'm getting so tired of when stars release snippets of songs, because when stars used to release snippets of songs, it used to be a clip where you got a sense of what the song was going to be. And then slowly they've been degrading to where they'll like mix it in a way that you can barely understand it. They'll put like a weird filter on it. There won't be like actual lyrics to it, or they will just be playing it off their phone onto another phone. So you
Or as soon as the lyrics is about to start, they stop the music.
Thank you. So Olivia Rodrigo may have hit rock bottom with the pop star snippet sneak peek of a new track. So here is new music from Olivia Rodrigo.
That's all you get.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
I applaud that.
There you go. Bravo.
I applaud that.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
That's all you get.
So the bar is now set,
in your
okay?
face, everybody.
So Olivia Rodrigo is now the champion of the bogus sneak peek of a pop song.
The next person to do something like this, the only way to win is if they say, hey, here's my new song called Whatever. Here's a sample.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Something like that.
Drake's like, yo, I got this new album coming out. That's all you get.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know the circumstances of this story, but there's a woman in California who apparently found a guy living under her house.
What?
Like, I don't know, like, because
Under the house?
So a lot of houses in California, right? We find that difficult to sort of comprehend here because we have basements, right? But a lot of houses in California don't have basements, right? So they have like a crawl space underneath the house. Like the house is built on little stilts, and then you have like a crawl space underneath where the pipes go and everything else, right? So there's room underneath the house.
Man, that's where Babadook lives.
Thank you. Or in this case, just some guy.
So it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and we woke up because we heard noise. Oh, here comes the police. Came outside, I thought somebody was on a roof, and I see the grass moving, and is feeling around a dirty ass arms, feeling around this hole outside. There is a whole man living here for months, living underneath the house. Imagine being half awake and seeing an arm, a dirty arm.
I love how she had to say a whole man.
Yes.
Well,
But yeah, so when you look at the bottom of the house, right? So they like the house goes all the way to the ground, but there's like a little hatch on the back where workers can go in and do stuff if you have a plumbing problem or whatever it is you need. I don't know what they would do under there.
Where Walter White hides his money.
It's like a little dog door that goes into the crawl space underneath their house from the backyard.
And this guy's been living there for months?
And I guess this guy
what did they find in there?
had been living there for months. I'm trying to find a picture of what.
Like, did he have anything set up? Like, was he just laying on dirt?
I think he
or
was
did he have
just
a sleeping bag, air mattress?
Hold on, I'm trying to see if there's any picture. There's no.
That's a lot of square footage under there, though. You
Yeah,
like
I mean,
really
it's
turn it into something.
it's a decent place. You can't stand.
No,
But the
right?
police had to take him out.
Yeah, did the cops have to take him out?
Two cops showed up.
Jesus.
if you just need a place to sleep.
There's no. That is so terrible. I couldn't imagine.
You think he knew the Wi-Fi password? He's probably under there, got his phone, watching
Maybe,
Netflix or whatever.
yeah.
If he was nice, would you let him stay?
No.
No.
No. Nobody's
Like
that
if he
nice.
was willing to like clean up after himself.
No, but where's
Where,
he,
under
where's,
the house?
Maury, that was also his bathroom, right?
Oh, good point.
Like,
good point.
and also having to do that lying down,
Wait, what? Hold on.
right? How would you do that?
Well, you'd have to
Like, let's say,
I
you'd
guess
have to do
little
a side
swamp.
plank.
Let's get a little swamp.
But side it fall, like there's still body between you and the ground. I guess you could go on your back and just like
Like if you lay on your back, right?
like and you're positioned like a baby, like your legs up.
No, and you scoot your butt up.
Hold on, let me
Right?
see. Yeah,
So
I can't see you, man.
do like a hip raise.
I can't see you. Hold on, I got to come around.
Turn around.
I got to come around.
No. Right? Like if I go like this, if I'm laying down, right?
No,
and
you're
then
doing it wrong.
Like that.
I don't think there's a right way to do it.
Oh no, you know what? You're right. After experimenting, because when that move that I did right there, like you got to clench your butt cheeks, but you can't be in that. Yeah,
You're using too much. Mocha was just lying on the ground, right? And his knees were bent, so his feet were on the floor. And then Mocha was lifting his pelvis up in the air. So there was space between
Hip thrust.
Like, he was like thrusting his hips up in the air.
And then when you land on it.
Thank you.
Well, that's
right?
why I said side plank, because then at least you can go back
because-
onto your stomach.
No, but then it falls on. Like it's
it
gonna like
drips.
right. Like I don't know how this man was doing down there, but that's like months
Can you
worth.
try to squat?
But it's tight. Like it's only like 2.5 feet.
Is there a possibility he left to go to the washroom and then
Oh.
came back?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's
Oh,
of
that
course.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kelowna, BC is under a state of emergency after an unpredictable fire jumped the Okanagan Lake. A full assessment of the affected areas will be done later on this morning. And BC fire officials warn that the worst of the wildfire season could still be ahead and that the next 24 hours could be difficult due to hot, dry, windy conditions. And then in the Northwest Territories, the unprecedented evacuation of the capital in Yellowknife. More than 20,000 people had to be evacuated ahead of the noon deadline. This is the wildfires threatens to reach the city by tomorrow.
This is the worst.
Crazy out there, man.
Like wildfire season in history. Has to be, right?
Yeah.
Like everywhere, not just within Canada.
No,
everywhere.
It's
I've heard
it's
more about
really-
wildfires in the past 6 months than I've ever in my entire life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also because of the winds, right? Like when when we could smell it here,
Yeah.
and when New York City turned orange and all that stuff. Like there's a lot of news about it because of how far it has traveled, but they are raging.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Post Malone, we missed this while we were on vacation. Post Malone was on talking to Joe Rogan and talking about his weight loss. And at first, when I saw a clip popped up in my Twitter feed. I didn't even realize it was Post Malone. I mean, he had a ball cap on. I couldn't really see the tattoos, but he's really slimmed down. And Post Malone went from 240 to 185.
Wow.
And he said he did it by just living a better life, but also cutting out soda.
Really?
Because I guess he was like a big like pop and energy drink guy. But this is a little bit of Post Malone talking to Joe Rogan about the feedback that he got from people when he lost all the weight.
Whenever I started losing my weight, everybody was like, hey, this is what meth looks like. And I started like dancing on stage and having fun and having more energy and just enjoying life again. You know what I mean? Like I mentioned, I was for a long time, but I had my baby and I'm in a great spot. And then the first thing that happens is like, oh, he's on drugs. And I'm like, well, I know there's people that genuinely care.
Right, and they're concerned that maybe you are on drugs.
Right. But there's also people that are just like, all right, kids, this is what meth looks like.
Yeah.
And definitely not on meth. Definitely not on any hard drugs, but you feel an inclination almost as a public figure to have to justify something that you don't need to justify. First off, it's nobody's business. Second off, don't just assume everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, so I was like, hey guys, not on drugs. And I know that's the crazy part is because I know there's people that really give a but there's also a lot of people that are just like mean.
Yep.
Poor guy.
Right? Because he lost all that weight and then he started flipping around on stage and doing all sorts of weird stuff. And
it was like when that whole thing happened, when people were saying he was on meth or on drugs and whatever. And I think his dad had come out to say, idiots. Like, he's just living a better life, like a healthier lifestyle now.
The problem with a guy like Post Malone is when a guy like Post Malone gets healthy,
yeah,
right? He doesn't. He starts to look unhealthy. Like he just has that thing, that way about him. Because I guess because of the way he looks, people just assume things, right? And that's just it. And like he said, people are just mean.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it comes down to.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
WWE legend Edge. The big question is, so explain to me what's happening this weekend.
So SmackDown is tonight in Toronto.
Okay.
Edge's hometown. Edge is celebrating his 25th anniversary with the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a huge celebration for him. He's got a match against Sheamus, and the rumor is that this is going to be Edge's last match with the WWE.
Gotcha.
That he's going to retire. By the way, if you're not at the show, you can watch Friday Night SmackDown on Sportsnet 360 and Sportsnet Now. The broadcast starts 8 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Also, happy to let you know, Shem, get ready.
I'm ready.
Book a plane ticket.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
WrestleMania 40 tickets are on sale right now.
Philly.
For Ticketmaster.
Yep.
Damn.
Let's go to Philly, y'all.
Okay.
But Edge had a chance to talk to Carlos over at ET Canada. Carlos, also a huge wrestling nerd like us.
With regards to this match on Friday, you said fairy tale ending. And this to me plays into this idea. It plays into this idea people have been talking about. This might be the one where you leave your boots in the ring. What are your thoughts?
Here's what I can honestly say, and this isn't the answer that everybody's going to want. I truly don't know. I really, really, it can with 100% truth say I don't know. And that's strange for me but I don't. I really, really don't. I've put some thought into it, but not a lot. This is the last match on my current contract. So I honestly don't know. I probably won't know until I get to the locker room that night and just decompress, let all the anxiety and tension that I never used to have before I performed, I have now. And that's strange for me. And it makes it that much harder to do this. And I'm going to be 50 in October. You know, it's not easy anymore. Before, what I used to just take for granted to be able to do, now there's a process and there's a fallout and there's a lot, you know, and it's the dream gig. But again, it's getting really hard.
At that age and with the amount of injuries he's had, in order to get through a match.
No, thank you.
I might cry tonight.
Friday Night SmackDown on Sportsnet, 8 o'clock tonight. Cannot wait.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, tattoos are the hot new party favor at weddings. We briefly discussed bringing in a tattoo artist at the wedding.
I would have done that.
I would have got one.
There was just there's a whole bunch of hoops you have to jump through and everything else.
Like literally?
No. But it was going to be too complicated. But we thought that would have been cool to just have somebody
safety and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you got to do a bunch of stuff, but it's fine. I mean, they'll go to your house and stuff like that, but it's just a matter like how many people could you get through, and then you have to do it early on because you don't want to be tattooing people when they were drunk, and it was an open bar from the minute the doors open, so the window for doing tattoos would have been very small.
Does it have to be a themed
Right?
tattoo, or
No,
can you get anything you want?
No, you would have had like anything that you know you
Not
could
like
have brought
we're not
your
talking like
own.
sleeve.
No, they're not doing sleeves. But that's apparently the new thing at weddings is that people are hiring tattoo artists
I'm
for
into
weddings.
that.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely into that.
Yeah, so we thought about it. We did. But then at the end it was going to be too much, and then you had to make sure that people weren't drinking and like all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we
What
decided
would that cost,
we
you
decided
think,
against
if you looked
it.
into it. What would that cost?
Like if we picked up the tab, like 2 hours to have somebody there, probably like I don't know,
$1,000?
like couple grand maybe.
Way more.
You think so?
probably.
Oh yeah, because
they
they
got to
about
bring
it,
all
a
their
tattoo,
stuff.
even small, is probably about like $130. So
Because they're going to want to come
times that.
They have to bring all their stuff.
Travel fees.
Yeah. Probably like I'm
Sanitize
gonna say $2,500. I'm gonna say $2,500.
I would have got one.
Yeah, you would have. What would you have got?
I don't know.
Just
It was
something?
Something. I
Yeah.
have to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't. You think Matthew's letting you get a
Maury.
tattoo,
You would
Maury?
have absolutely let me get Andy's paw on my wrist.
Please.
That would not be allowed, first of all.
Please. There's no way your husband would allow you to get a tattoo of my wedding.
Never.
Oh, but then it comes with a cool
Never.
story. I got this at Roz's wedding.
No, never. Never would that have
Would
been
it have been
allowed.
weird if I got your wedding date tattooed on my
My wedding date tattooed
Yeah.
on you? No, I would have loved that.
Like
I would have got the same thing. We would have been matchies.
Hey!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes, Southern California had an earthquake while waiting for the worst storm to hit Southern California since like the 30s. Right now, Hurricane Hillary has been downgraded to a post-tropical cyclone, but there's 25 million people that are still under flood warnings. I don't know if you saw any of this footage. It is crazy down there.
I did.
It's like the eye, like there was like right over LA. Like it's never happened before.
Quite
Like,
scary.
The desert is flooded.
Yeah, quite scary.
The desert. Yeah, it is. It's really wild. The aerial shots are just insane. Hillary is forecast to continue to move throughout California and dissipate over central Nevada all throughout today, bringing potentially historic rainfall amounts along the way that could trigger more floods, landslides, and debris flows. Oof.
No thanks.
Nope. And like again, like this is like historic rains, but like in the desert, like all out in Palm Springs and Coachella, where the festival happens. And all that stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Britney Spears. Yeah.
What happened now?
So,
I
a couple
missed all the
things.
Britney news on the weekend.
She's going through the divorce, and then last night she goes on Instagram, and one of the videos is now deleted. So she says, when you get to meet up with a so-called, quote, friend and drive an hour for chicken, then you have to wait in the car and need to use the bathroom. I know paparazzi were tipped off because the car I was in was never used before. So how was I followed? Malibu Canyon Road is the most horrible road ever to drive on. So what does a bitch like me do? I put on a green dress and show up at my friend's. I invited my fave boys over and played all night. And then there's a video that she posted with Britney in a green dress and like white go-go boots where like some guy's licking her thigh. And then there's another video of 5 shirtless dudes out by a pool and they're all like holding Britney like lengthwise kind of thing. And then she posted and then deleted another video where she was topless in a bed wearing pink panties and black boots and like kicking up her leg and covering her boobs with her hands and stuff. And I don't know what's going on there.
Single Britney out here wilding.
I don't know. But she did comment on the divorce. She says, I've been playing it strong for way too long in my Instagram may seem perfect, but it's far from the reality, and I think we all know that. I would love to show my emotions and tears on how I really feel, but for some reason, I've always had to hide my weakness. If I wasn't my dad's strong soldier, I would be sent away to places to get fixed by doctors, but that's when I needed my family the most. She goes on to assure fans that she's actually doing pretty damn good. I don't know, man.
Doesn't
I
sound
don't
like
know.
it.
Not that she needed to be under that conservatorship at all or whatever, but she needs something, right? Like
just wilding out, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the problem is nobody can be trusted.
I don't know.
Anyone that goes near her to work for her or to be a quote unquote friend, no one can be trusted.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is scary.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Is NSYNC getting back together? This has been the sort of holy grail for boy band fans, right? Because, and you know, all the guys in NSYNC are all for it. It's just JT, right? So according to Entertainment Tonight, they say NSYNC is reuniting for the first time in over 20 years. So the word is that the other four guys that aren't Timberlake are going to join Timberlake in the Trolls movie.
Yes.
Oh my God. Seems like a perfect fit.
Thank you. To get the Trolls band back together. And then they're going to do a couple of new songs for the soundtrack. So
amazing.
Here's a clip from the Trolls movie.
Branch, how come you never told me you had a secret brother?
Correction. Used to be my brother. My brothers walked out on me and never came back.
Branch, we're out of sync. We've gone from boys to men, and now there's only one direction for us to go. The back streets.
Branch, it's time we find the rest of our brothers and get the band back together.
Yo, I cannot wait for this movie.
Like, there's a hint right there.
Yeah, but do you think, I think that doing it for the Trolls movie, because I think that if NSYNC were to just get back together and do something legitimate, like in sync with new music, I think that they would probably try and maybe modernize it or do something of the time. But I think that
it wouldn't be in the tradition of NSYNC.
But I think that if you do it for the Trolls movie, you can do an old school sounding NSYNC song.
Absolutely.
Because it's for the Trolls movie.
Yes.
Which I actually think works out very, very well for fans. Is everybody excited for a new NSYNC song with Timberlake?
Man, and I actually think that Justin also needs this, to be quite honest with you.
You do,
as
huh?
much as the other four guys.
Yeah.
Well, I think
really
it's his kids that are probably like, do it for the movie.
Yeah. Why do you think Justin needs it, Shem?
Well, listen, that last trash album In the Woods was so garbage, and quite frankly, he, you know, with the stuff going on with Britney, he's sort of fallen out of favor, I think, with a lot of people. Doing something, you know, family friendly might help him out.
Yeah.
And again, that last album was total garbage.
And I know he is like working on a new album right now. So, you know, hopefully getting together with the guys from NSYNC are going to help propel him back to that status he used to be.
Totally.
Who are the other guys in NSYNC? Maury, do you know them?
JT Chavez.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay, so Justin Timberlake,
Yes.
JT Chavez.
No. No.
What's the one that came out, the gay one?
No, Maury, you start over again.
Okay, Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
JT.
JT what?
No. We need first and last names.
Okay, Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
JT.
No.
Chavez.
No.
No.
Is it?
No.
Oh, there's no JT. CJ.
No.
No. Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
It's like two initials.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which two?
Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
CJ Chavez.
No. No.
It's Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
Okay, no.
Okay.
Help me out.
You were very excited for this, Maury.
I know.
Okay.
But
Start again.
Start again.
Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
The one that came out.
No, we need first and last names, man.
I know. That's where I'm having a problem.
Okay. Start over.
Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
CJ Chavez.
No.
Okay. Is it not like is it start with the C? Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
And then Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
JC Chavez.
No.
Did I say that? Okay.
You
Justin
just said it, but it's wrong.
Yeah.
Try again. Start from the beginning.
Okay. Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
Okay. And then it's JT.
No.
No.
CJ.
No.
TJ.
No.
HJ.
No.
Nope.
Oh. CJ.
Yes.
CJ Chavez.
There you go.
No.
Wrong.
Oh.
JC Chazet.
Yes.
I said that.
No, you didn't.
Did I
Trust me, you
pronounce
didn't.
it wrong?
Lance Bass.
Lance Bass.
Yes.
Joey Fatone.
Yes.
Right.
And Chris Kirkpatrick.
Yes.
NSYNC,
There we
baby.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Blue Beetle dethroned Barbie at the box office, but not a good look, though. So Blue Beetle, it was number one. However, it only did $25.4 million, which is not good. It did $43 million globally, so it's one of the softest starts in DC history.
Yikes.
And then,
They
of
just
course,
can't catch a break, huh?
No,
DC?
no. All those it's all the superhero movies. It really is. And it's difficult, well, especially DC, because the James Gunn is just rebooting everything. So none of this matters.
Yeah.
Right? Like none of this matters. The Flash, all that other stuff, none of it matters. Blue
Did you
Beetle.
end up watching Flash?
Nope.
No, me neither.
Nope. Blue Beetle cost more than $100 million to produce and probably that same amount to promote. Yikes. So it is not looking good. Strays, that dog movie.
Oh, with Will Ferrell? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got all the voices.
Yeah, $8.3 million. Like really tanked. Really tanked
My-
the box office.
Our dog, the Australian Shepherd, anytime that commercial for Strays comes on, loses his
Does he
mind.
really?
I hate when that, because we have the TV on all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That commercial comes off and Leon just loses it.
Really?
Oh.
Oh, poor dude.
He just thinks that all these dogs are coming to invade the house.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
To celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Ontario Lottery winning chimes, you know this sound?
Winner, Gagnon.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I've never heard that.
yeah, exactly. I hear
heard
it in
it.
front of me. It's always the guy in front of me, right?
I've heard it a few times.
So I saw a video from the Veld Music Festival where Loud Luxury used that as a drop. So here's that.
Winner, Gagnon.
Yes!
Yo, man, switch it up.
I know.
Oh my God, that sounds good.
So Loud Luxury have used it as an official release, I guess.
No, they
remix.
didn't.
Yeah. So here is the new track by Loud Luxury, Winner Gagnon.
Winner, Gagnon.
I love this. Oh my God, I love this. Yo, big up Loud Luxury.
Right?
This is dope. I like
Big
it.
up OLG.
So is this like an official
I don't
partnership
know.
between
Yeah.
Loud Luxury and OLG? Because they have to,
Yeah.
did they have to license that sound?
Loud Luxury did it for them. You might actually hear this at the kiosks.
Oh, really?
No,
oh,
ain't nobody
no.
play
Come on.
45 seconds of that if I win.
Everyone's going to be fist pumping in the gas stations while they do their lotto.
No. No, like 10 seconds.
No.
We got to get that to climax.
I got to sit there for 45 seconds while they give me
dance,
my $10
dance.
winnings? No.
I don't want to. No, don't make things. I can't go into a store and have that. As much as I love Loud Luxury and what they've done with it, you
Like,
can't.
congratulations. You just won $5 and a free play?
Yes.
And you got to sit through this?
Winner, Gagnon.
And then all of a sudden, then you got to go like walk around the store, right? For the song to finish. Get a bottle of water, a pack of Doritos, maybe a Snickers.
Wait, like they can't give you the money till the song's done?
Oh, yes. You got to wait.
I'd be okay with it.
Maybe
Not
go to the
my
bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
Regardless, I like this. I hope we play
Yeah.
this.
Gagnon.
Yo,
I
that's
had to-
dope. Big up.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, if you could live your whole life without having Ronan Farrow disappear for 6 months and then come back with a massive expose on your life. Oof. So Ronan Farrow in the New Yorker just released his big piece on Elon Musk.
Great. Yeah.
So the summary of the article is some of the most telling passages from the Farrow article imply that Elon Musk wants nothing good for anyone unless he can take credit, gets off on risk and destroying things, and has a grandiose ideology and a dangerous grip on world leaders. So the piece is called Elon Musk's Shadow Rule, how the U.S. government came to rely on the tech billionaire and is now struggling to rein him in.
Oh, jeez.
So according to Ronan Farrow, both SpaceX and Tesla have received deferential treatment from the Department of Defense and regulatory bodies thanks to Elon's company dominating the fields of space technology and electric vehicles. Essentially, Elon has been able to operate with little to zero oversight, which is concerning in light of allegations that he has significantly ramped up his ketamine usage.
Yo, they really want this guy to be Tony Stark, huh?
His ketamine usage. So earlier this summer, the Wall Street Journal... Exactly. So earlier this summer, the Wall Street Journal reported that Elon Musk was using ketamine to treat depression and also at parties.
Like, he's so sad going to all these parties?
Yeah. So according to Ronan Farrow, that use has concerned a lot of his associates. Amit Anand, who is a leading ketamine researcher, said, you can feel grandiose and like you have special powers or special talents. People do impulsive things on ketamine. They could do inadvisable things on ketamine while at work. However, the impact depends on the kind of work you do. For a librarian, less risk. If you're a pilot, big problems. So now think Elon Musk. Right?
Here's what I'm going to do. Change Twitter to X. Also, going to not allow you to block people.
Well, he is changing Twitter. A weird change. So
another one?
Another one. So he is getting rid of headlines from news articles. So right now, when you're on Twitter, links to news articles display as what they call cards, which is an image, a link, and a headline or summary of what the article is, right?
Yes.
So what Elon wants to do now is news articles will only have a picture. And the link will be the picture. There will be no headline and no words.
What if it's just a picture of a hot dog?
Then you click the hot dog to get the news article.
But what if it's just a regular photo? You're uploading a photo.
So if you're uploading a photo, that's fine. But for news articles,
but can you still write something in the body, like as
you
a tweet?
You would as an individual have to then write it. Right now, if you tweet a news article, you get the headline, the picture, and the description.
Right.
The change, if you tweet a news article, will just be the picture. So
that headline that's within the photo right now in the link,
yes,
you would just have to take that headline and put it as your tweet.
No, but
right, you would type that out, and then below that will be the picture, and maybe they'll say click picture for more.
But you have to do that.
Yes,
but what
correct.
individual who's tweeting a news article is actually going to do that? Nobody's going to do that. So if it is a tragic story about hot dogs, all you will get is a picture of a hot dog.
Dude needs to stop doing K.
You won't get, thank you,
makes no
any of
sense.
the other stuff. So that's what he wants to do. He ran the idea by advertisers, and they hate it, but he's still going to go through with it.
Of course.
Apparently.
So why bother asking, bro?
I don't know.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Rihanna had baby number 2.
Hey!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh.
Big up Rihanna.
So that's
So we are not going to ever get new music.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. She sort of did the Super Bowl and then dipped again, huh? I don't know. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky apparently will spend the early days of parenthood with the new baby out of the public eye, and they have no immediate plans to do any sort of big baby announcement or anything like that. In case you're wondering,
what's it rumored? Boy, girl?
I don't know if they even confirmed that.
But I think it's one of those.
Yeah.
You think, Maury?
Yeah. Thanks, Maury. Thanks. Fantastic contribution.
I thought I could have swore I saw somewhere it was another boy.
Was it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe it is a boy. I think that's what they
TMZ
said.
says
Is it
it's a baby
TMZ?
boy.
And
Yeah.
that whose name
baby boy.
reportedly starts with the letter R. Oh, what do you think that would be?
Ralph.
No. You think so, Ralph?
Roz.
Yeah.
Roz, yeah, it could be Roz. Could you imagine? Oh,
It's probably something weird, like
Like what?
like what? What's a weird R name? What's a weird R name?
Replay.
Yes, that's a weird R name. What's a weird R name, Maria?
rock.
Rock?
I feel like it would name it something like that, or like rain.
Or
Rain is good.
or like what about Rupert? Nobody names their kid Rupert anymore.
Rupert Everett.
Right? I said anymore. That guy's like 50.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't even know who Rupert Everett is?
I've never met a Rupert.
That sounds like a 50-year-old
what
name.
about
He was in Swept Away with Madonna.
What is another R name? Because we had it. We all are
Randall.
Randy.
Oh, like the one from Monsters Inc.
Randy.
Yes, that's exactly what I was
That's a
thinking of.
great R
Randall.
name. What's another great R name?
Renaissance.
Oh, hold on now.
Right?
I think that if we're
That's
going,
cool.
No,
right?
she's not going to do that. No, because then you know what's going to happen? Beyonce's Beehive is going to come at Rihanna and be like,
You can't use that name.
how dare you use the name Renaissance, the Beyonce album title, for your baby boy's name?
But they
Hold
may
on
look
now.
at it as like a tribute to Queen Bee. Those fans
But
might
they
like
have
someone
to
will make it a
No, but
rivalry.
Rihanna has to say that.
Yes, because
Rihanna and ASAP Rocky have to say, because our love for Beyonce and that album.
Yes, and we all know how rational the Beehive can be.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kim Cattrall celebrated her 67th birthday yesterday.
Oh, she.
Did you see that post, Maury?
No, I don't follow Kim Cattrall.
No.
Let me
Why,
look.
you mad at her?
No, it's just she doesn't post anything worthy.
So she was just posted like a little birthday thing with that Beatles song, the birthday song. And a quote from Gladiator is what she wrote.
Are you not entertained? That one?
No.
Are you not entertained?
No, not that one. Still not that one.
Is this not why you are here?
Nope. Not that one either.
Oh, that's all I know.
Keep going. You don't know any others?
No.
No?
This is Sparta.
No, that's a whole other movie.
Interesting.
That's a whole other movie. No, the
It
quote.
is my birthday.
No.
Celebrate me.
Was it Thou Shalt Not Pass?
No, that's still not
Thou
not Gladiator.
shalt not pass.
Still not Gladiator.
No, that's Lord of the Rings.
Yes. No,
Come on, Maury.
the quote was, imagine where you will be and it will be so.
Imagine where you will be, and it will be so.
Yes, there you
Get
go.
to the chapel.
No, Russell Crowe, not Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger right there.
Okay. This ahead of Kim's return to And Just Like That, which is on Thursday. And the big story, Maury, I want your thoughts on this. So if you remember when And Just Like That debuted, Patricia Field, who was the costume designer for all of Sex and the City, did not do And Just Like That. She said it was scheduling. A lot of other people said it was because she has a very close relationship with Kim Cattrall and then decided to not do And Just Like That. However, for that one brief moment that Kim Cattrall will be on And Just Like That, for that one tiny scene, Patricia Field dressed her for it. So she dressed Kim Cattrall, but nobody else on the
That's
show.
a real one right there.
Right?
Wow.
That is a real one.
Demands. She had demands.
Yeah. Are you excited for that, Maury?
I am. We have our speculations on what it will be.
I think that it's going to be absolutely nothing of any sort of importance whatsoever.
We think it's going to be a huge cliffhanger for the next season.
You think
this
so?
is the season finale. They're all having the Last Supper at Carrie's apartment before she sells it, and the phone rings. That's what's in the promo.
But
we think she's going to answer the phone. Carrie will answer the phone, and it'll be Kim in a limousine going, "I've just landed. I'm at the airport. I'll see you in a minute." Credits roll, and then, oh my God, what happens in season 3?
So you think that this is setting up season 3 for the return of Kim Cattrall?
That's what I think.
I definitely disagree with that.
Okay, so like $5 bet?
$5?
No, 500.
500?
Yeah.
Mocha, can I borrow $500?
No.
If I win, I'll give it back to you.
No, that's not how. That is not a good way to live life, Maury. That's how you get your thumbs broken. Hey.
Are you not entertained?
You're not entertained.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Dave Bautista's dream is coming true. I guess like the saying, like you throw it out in the universe and you just sort of see what happens, right? So a while ago, Dave Bautista went on Twitter and said, just going to throw this out into the atmosphere and see what happens. But here we go. Me and Jason Momoa in a Lethal Weapon type buddy cop movie. And he goes, that's it. Now we wait. So it's happening.
What?
Oh.
So Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista are teaming up for a new action buddy cop movie called The Wrecking Crew.
Oh, no.
And it's going to be
just both of them, just two huge dudes.
It's going to be directed by the guy who just did Blue Beetle. So,
wow.
So I'm looking forward to that.
I'm into that, yeah.
Because they work together on on Momoa's show on Apple, and then they also work together on Dune, right?
The director guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
he's a super fun guy.
Who is?
The director of Blue Beetle.
Oh, yeah. So he's going to do the movie.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Fire Festival 2 is apparently happening.
Oh, boy.
So if anybody saw the
Lit.
documentary that came out on Netflix about Fire Festival, it's really incredible. And Billy McFarland, it's not like somebody bought the name and they're just using it. So this is Billy McFarland. If you remember, Billy McFarland served 4 of a 6-year sentence for fraud dealing with Fire Festival. But here is Billy McFarland making the big announcement yesterday.
What's up, guys? This is a big day because as of right now, Fire Festival 2 tickets are officially on sale.
Yes.
It has been the absolute wildest journey to get here, and it really all started during this 7th-month stint in solitary confinement. I wrote out this 50-page plan of how it would take this overall interest and demand in fire, and how it would take my ability to bring people from around the world together to make the impossible happen, but how it would find the best partners in the world to allow me to be me while executing Fire's vision to the highest level. I've also worked with one of the biggest production companies to sign a deal to produce Fire Festival, the Broadway musical. Finally, today we're announcing Fire Festival 2.
Come on, man.
We spoke to people as far away as the Middle East and South America, and ultimately we decided that Fire Festival 2 is coming back to the Caribbean. We are targeting Fire Festival 2 for the end of next year, and in the meantime, we'll be doing pop-ups and events across the world. Guys, this is your chance to get in. This is everything I've been working towards. Let's go.
What are the odds that there's a lot of Saudi money wrapped up in Fire Festival 2?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
I think all of it.
Tickets for the who knows who you're going to see at Fire Festival 2 range from $499 all the way up to $7,999.
How many people are going to give their money to this?
If you go to his Instagram, people are already posting pictures. They bought them.
I agree with you more.
And how many celebrities are going to attach themselves?
Oh,
to
that
this?
I don't think
Not
any,
again.
but I think that people are buying tickets, maybe hoping that this is another disaster.
Yep,
gotcha.
I also think a lot of those TikTok people will go to this just for the views and to vlog it and to be there to just be I went to Fire Festival to see what happened, whether it is absolutely chaotic or not, because everyone obviously watched that documentary. But I just feel like people are just going to want to attach themselves just for the drama.
Do you think Ja Rule would say he's going to perform?
No.
I'll go to the musical.
The musical
which,
sounds fire.
Which artists would want to attach themselves to Fire Fest 2?
I don't know. Do you think he's going to bring back that guy that had to do that stuff for water?
Oh, no. I thought of him as you said the story, too.
Do you guys think the musical is going to be on the original story of Fire Festival or the new version?
Do you think that scene's going to be in the musical?
I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The New York Knicks are suing the Toronto Raptors, their new coach, and a former New York Knicks employee. So the lawsuit filed yesterday claims that the defendants conspired to steal thousands of videos and other scouting secrets. So the Knicks accused the Raptors of hiring and recruiting a mole within the Knicks organization and say the material consists of secrets, proprietary information critical to the team's efforts to maintain a competitive advantage over their rivals, including the Raptors. In a statement, the Raptors and its parent company, Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment, strongly denies any involvement in the matters alleged, and MLSE is planning to conduct an internal investigation. Jeez.
Their statement should just read,
secrets.
Prove it.
Yeah.
You could pick a better team to cheat off of.
Yeah.
The Knicks
Yeah.
won 2 playoff series in 20 years.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What do we want from the Knicks?
It's a big lawsuit, though.
Oof.
Give us
I don't know.
the secret sauce from Golden State or something.
Yeah.
Right? And can't the Raptors just say, listen, all we did was watch a bunch of footage from years past, and we figured out the plays.
Yeah, but they didn't though. Like that's not what they're saying. They're saying like you had a guy inside, then you hired him, and then
yo, prove it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. Listen, you go working with a couple of thieves here. Jesus.
Prove it. Come at me. Jeez. Let me see what you got.
Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The WWE sold more than 90,000 tickets to WrestleMania. That's 8 months out, and without even announcing any matches. WrestleMania 40 taking place at Philadelphia, April 6th and 7th. Went on sale on Friday, and in one day, ticket sales for WrestleMania 40 topped the all-time total gross record of $21.6 million.
Incredible. Just as out of curiosity, I was looking up tickets. So I said to Sheb, yo, let's road trip to Philly and go to WrestleMania. But like sit where you'd be able to see us like on TV, right? Sit in that section, ringside. And I found a set at row 2, Shem. Okay. Tell me if you're willing. Row 2. $8,500.
Each or for the pair?
No.
No? Oh, damn. That's like eras. That's crazy. Meanwhile, AEW is hyping up their big event at Wembley, calling it the biggest event in wrestling history.
Wow.
And apparently there's some truth to that in the advertising.
Is it really?
Yeah. So the company has distributed 80,846 tickets for the August 27th show, which passes the benchmark of WrestleMania 32 in 2016. 90,000, as we just mentioned, tickets have been sold for WrestleMania 40, but that is distributed over 2 nights. So what they're saying now is that AEW will hold the record for 80,846 tickets.
Yeah, that pay-per-view is going to be pretty crazy.
Stacked. So there they go.
I don't suppose you want to go to WrestleMania. Do you?
Me?
Yeah, you don't want a road trip.
Nah, I don't.
That's why I didn't ask.
Yeah, even if I wanted to, I don't want a road trip.
Why not?
Nah, it's not for me.
We'd make sure, like, we would stop a lot because we know how you got to pee and stuff.
No, I'll just bring the jug. It's all good. Don't worry about me. Like, it's fine.
Maria,
right?
don't ask.
I'm good.
I know about the jug.
You know.
Yeah. That was, that probably like gave you nightmares as a child listening to this show. You were very little listening to this show. The thought of a grown man peeing in a jug while driving.
Jugamania.
Fears of it rolling around in the back.
Is there some? I'm trying to think if I emptied it or not. I don't know. I might not have. It was raining. That's my fear of like just getting in like I don't know, like some sort of minor fender bender, and then like my car has to be towed, right? And when you take like personal information out of your car, like you don't want to leave anything in there while the tow truck has it, right? I'd like grab like my wallet and my insurance stuff, and a pair of sunglasses that I have in there, and then I'd have to take my jug because like I can't have somebody find the jug. They would do like some TikTok video on it, I'm not going to do that.
Of course.
Right? So I'm going to be walking
on the news.
Yeah, I'm going to be walking down the street with my jug.
Celebrity.
Right, exactly.
Roz Watson. Fender bender. Guess what we found in the back? The piss jug.
You'll find it being sold on eBay or something.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Screen Rant, that website, very popular website, but they did a list of the top overrated movies, and they sort of broke it down why things are considered overrated. So these are movies that have incredible fan bases who say that these movies are amongst the best movies ever made. And maybe these movies don't actually live up to the hype, but also people who watch them years later and they watch them because of the hype, do they hold up in current times? So here is the list of the most overrated movies.
Is my heart going to be broken?
Yeah, I think so. So Fight Club is at 12.
What?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I like Fight Club. I don't think it's overrated. I think Fight Club is perfectly rated.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it? No. It's a great movie. I think it's perfectly rated. The Notebook at number 11.
Come
Who
on.
gasped? Oh, that was you, Maria? I thought that was Maria.
No, that was me.
Jaws at number 10.
Uh-huh.
Chinatown from 1974 at number 9.
Never seen it.
Forrest Gump at number 8.
That's so disrespectful.
Jenna.
I've never seen it.
You never seen Forrest Gump?
I wasn't born yet.
The movie's still available.
Yeah, you can still watch it, Maria.
I know, but
Yeah.
before my
when were you born, Maria?
96.
96. Yeah, this Forrest Gump's 94.
It's a really good movie, Maria.
Yeah,
you should
maybe
watch it.
Maybe I'm gonna watch. Is it in black and white?
It's not in 1994.
I'm kidding.
The Shining is at number 7.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, Avatar at number 6.
Oh, absolutely.
No.
Yes. Overrated. That's not a classic.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Okay, I'm going to highly disagree with number 5, which is The Greatest Showman. I think The Greatest Showman is perfectly rated. I don't think it's overrated at all. I just
Never
think it's a
seen it.
really great movie.
Yeah,
I
I never
love The
saw it
Greatest
either.
Showman. It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Who's in it?
What's that?
Is it Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine? Nah.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. Another one highly disagree with, Frozen.
What?
I never saw it.
Never saw it.
Frozen is just a great movie.
You've never seen Frozen with Olaf?
I know who the characters are.
I know, but like it's such a good movie. It's like a really feel good movie.
Yeah, they say Frozen lacks the heartfelt storytelling and lovable characters that the studio has become known for. It's still a perfectly fine movie, but calling it one of Disney's best is a disservice to the real accomplishments they've had over the years. That is a crazy summary.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Silence of the Lambs.
Never seen it.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Number 2, Return of the Jedi.
What?
Number 1, the most overrated movie ever, according to them, Infinity War, Mocha.
How dare they, over at Screen Rant, talk about Infinity War? That is one of the greatest pieces of cinema that has ever existed.
Yeah.
Everything from the script to the set design to the CGI.
They say...
Haters.
Once the initial excitement wears off, however, the story isn't anywhere near as revolutionary as many audiences claimed. It might be bigger and bolder, but Infinity War still falls victim to the excessive quipping and lack of real emotional stakes that often bring the MCU down. It's a movie that's adored simply for what it is, not for what it actually does.
What does quipping mean?
Screen Rant. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, anyway, there you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Scooter Braun has spoken out amid all of his sort of top artists ditching him and walking away from his management company. So in the past few days, there have been some unconfirmed reports. Ariana Grande won. Demi Lovato left. Broadway legend Idina Menzel left his company. J Balvin left back in January and signed with a new production company. Justin Bieber has denied that he and Scooter parted ways, but there was a story out today saying they haven't spoken in over a year.
Wow.
But the rumor is that he is working on new projects and new music without Scooter Braun, and that his wife Haley is pretty much now in charge of things. Elle reported that Haley has taken control and is heavily involved in his career. She's a part of meetings, and she's taking a lot for him. She's talking a lot for him. She's the voice, they say. They're becoming this power couple, and she's a big part of everything that he's doing. Interesting, though, Justin is now also working with a new business manager named Lou Taylor. Lou Taylor was the woman who ran Britney's career for a long time, and she was one of the villains in the Free Britney movement. It was her company that was accused of bugging and wiring Britney's house and like not giving her access to her phone.
Does Justin know this?
So, of course, she was all over the documentary. Every single documentary focused on.
So why is he working with her?
I have no idea. I guess they're really great because it's a great company. But that's who Bieber's working with now is Lou Taylor and her company. Scooter's other artists: Ava Max, Black Eyed Peas, Carly Rae Jepsen, David Guetta, Tori Kelly, and the Kid Laroi. Who reportedly re-signed with Scooter in May. No word on whether they're sticking around. Scooter last night tweeted, breaking news, I'm no longer managing myself. So I guess that's like his joke.
Wow.
But the story is that, that Taylor, of course, is heavily involved in all of this. And there was a lyric, I guess, in one of her songs talking about white-collar crime and having reported it to the FBI. So the rumor is that everybody's dipping now because Scooter Braun's about to go down. And then, of course, we're going to get, like, who's going to be the first big artist to say, I had no idea what he was doing?
Oh, Justin Bieber.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's going to be Bieber.
Anyway, it's not looking good for Scooter Braun.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Are you at all interested in the Frasier reboot? Did you watch Frasier when it was out?
Mm-mm.
You didn't at all. Not like. Did you watch Cheers when it was out?
No.
You didn't.
Mm-mm.
You never watched Cheers, huh?
No.
No sham reruns at all?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
not my thing.
Maria, these all finished before you were even born.
Yeah, I don't even know that.
Maria, born in 1996.
Damn it, Maury. Yes, big
Oh, my
Frasier
God.
fan. Okay, there
Still
we
watch
go.
it today.
Do you really? Who runs it?
It runs every day on something.
So Paramount Plus is doing the Frasier reboot October 17th. And so here's the original sort of ending theme song to Frasier.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss
this sounds
salads and scrambled eggs. Oh, my. And maybe I seem a bit confused.
And that's Kelsey
well,
Grammer
maybe,
singing.
But I got you pegged.
Sideshow Bob from Simpsons.
But I don't
Is
know
it?
what
Yes.
to do.
Yeah?
Sideshow Bob.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Scrambled eggs.
So he's updated it. Now, whether this will be in the show or not, who knows? But here's the updated version. I don't know why you'd update it.
Y'all know how this goes. Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe. But I got you pegged. But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Frasier has re-entered the building.
So I don't know.
See, now
But,
I finally know what the lyrics are. Forever, I always thought it was tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
What's a Sally?
Like tossed Sally?
What's
I don't know.
No, it's tossed salads and scrambled eggs. It's in reference to because he's a radio show host psychiatrist, right? And so when the line is like I hear you got the blues and you're calling, that's in reference to the crazy people who call his radio show. And when he says like I don't know what to do with these tossed salads and scrambled eggs, that is in reference to like the wildness that he would just hear from these patients. Like it's so mixed up, it might as well be tossed salad and scrambled eggs. That's, I guess, the reference that they were trying to make with all
Still
of
doesn't
this.
make me want to watch the show.
You're not going to watch the show at all.
Have you seen pictures? Like, there's pictures from set. He looks so old now.
He is old.
How
More.
old is
There's
he?
nothing worse than somebody saying he looks so old now. How old's Kelsey Grammer?
See, you're taking
More?
this very personally.
Is he in his 80s yet?
How old is Kelsey Grammer?
I'm going to say 82.
But he's also one of those guys that just always looked real old too. Like he
Is
was
he
bald.
82?
He's only 68.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
he's not.
He looks, I would have said in his 70s.
I'm sorry for disrespecting you like that.
How old did you? If you had to guess, current picture of Kelsey Grammer, how old would you have said Kelsey Grammer is?
Well, without seeing a picture,
Yeah.
I just said 82.
82.
Yes,
you had
before-
him as that.
He has the jiggly under
82. You were off by 20 years.
Hold on.
Yeah, look at Kelsey Grammer 2023. See if you can find a picture of him. Do you remember when he fell off that stage when he was doing that speech?
Oh, man.
No.
Maury, can you find that?
Oh, I know who he is. I've seen this guy before.
Where, Maria?
I don't know, but I think he looks familiar. I don't know, probably something my dad's watched. I don't know.
You know what? You're not wrong. How old is he in real life?
68.
668.
With that skin?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Hey, Maury, what year were you born in?
It's 1978.
Trip through It's a Small World pretending I was a UN interpreter.
That's when he fell off the stage. There was a dark theater.
Trip through It's a Small World pretending I was a UN interpreter.
So he was,
guy.
he was up there with his big voice, just like acting all smart and everything else. And he was on a stage, and I guess in the middle of the stage at the front, there was like a cutout kind of thing, and he's just like walking around, like pontificating about stuff, and he fell right through and like hit the deck.
It's like, remember last year when Post Malone fell through the hole of the stage when he was performing?
Yes. Hey, Maury,
Trip through It's a Small World pretending I was a UN interpreter.
you know that you're old enough to be Maria's dad, Maury, and at that time, nobody would have been like, oh man, you just ruined your life. Like you would have been 18.
You're old enough to be her grandfather.
We're not talking about me though, but I'm just saying, like, people would have been like, "Oh man, that's a little young," but he'll be all right. Like, you're old enough
But
to
what
be.
do you want me to do with that information?
You just ruined your day, bro.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ba-da-da-da-da. It was announced that, and just like that, has been renewed for season 3 as fans sort of went in on the show. Normally, when a show is announced that it's renewed for a new season, like everybody's very excited about it. But a lot of the reaction was to, fine, do a season 3, but here's how to fix it. Like, there's still a lot of very disgruntled Sex and the City fans. One of the big complaints that people have and that they want changed for season 3 is they want that Che character gone, played by Sarah Ramirez.
They didn't like her in season 1 either.
I know, but a lot of the anger is
I didn't like
directed.
Aiden in this season.
No, huh?
I have a question.
Yes.
Because I don't watch the show.
No, maybe
But
not.
from what I know of, like, the previous season.
Yes.
Or, yeah, I guess the previous series ran for as long as it did. Fashion was like a big thing. And you always hear, that's where I learned about, like, Manolo Blahnik. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, you're right. Very good.
Okay.
Well done.
So is fashion like a big theme, like a major theme with
Yes.
brand names and stuff like that?
Yes, it is, because there's tons of outfits in the season that are incredible couture outfits.
No, but
When they went to the Met
Vera
Gala,
Wang.
No.
And
But
like red bottoms.
I think that the difference is, though, is that they don't sit around talking about that stuff in this
And
series
Birkin
more.
bags.
They did for the one episode when they were going to the
But
Met
it's
Gala.
not like it was in the original.
No, of course not.
No.
But there's
No.
still some
So to
amazing
answer your
outfits.
question, no.
Why are you? No, I'll answer for yes.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's not this. It's not nearly.
And
at the same
the
level.
episode when it was winter time and then Carrie was walking through the snow in that huge couture jacket.
But what I'm saying is that their lives don't sort of revolve around fashion the way that they had in previous years.
Sure, but
That's
there's
what I'm
still
saying.
great fashion.
But yes, that's not what he asked, though.
It is what he asked.
No, it's not.
Bruh.
It's not what he asked at all. Because Mocha learned, you got an education from that show about
Thank
fashion.
you.
don't-
I haven't
it's-
heard a
it-
single thing.
No, it's not the
about
same thing. It's not the same thing.
brands, brand names.
No. So anyway, it is back for season 3. A lot of people happy. A lot of people are sort of, they love to hate watch that show. So it's one of those.
Finale tomorrow.
One of those.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Whoopi Goldberg. So Raven Simone, who used to be a host on the View with Whoopi, I guess was doing her own podcast, and Whoopi was an interview. It was a guest on the podcast, and Raven, who is gay, had said that Whoopi has always given her lesbian vibes. And I think a lot of people have had the question about Whoopi over the years, whether Whoopi's gay or not, right? Because I don't think anybody really knows. I always just assumed that Whoopi was gay. Am I
It was
wrong?
speculated.
Because
I
she was a Ted Danson for forever,
Oh,
right?
right. I forgot
Remember
about
that whole relationship
Weird.
where he showed up in blackface at the Friars Club?
Oh, yeah.
Where there was a whole thing with that, man. But here is Raven Simone talking to Whoopi Goldberg.
Speaking of love and like staying out of people's business, I want to just dig into your business a little bit. This is a safe space. But sometimes, honestly, when I was around you, I loved you so much. Like, I just wanted to be up underneath the the whole time.
Oh, wow.
But that's also because you just kind of gave me
Hey,
lesbian
bang it on the
vibes.
floor.
It was easy to just lift up and put on my shoes.
Oh my God,
But
great
like,
man.
sometimes, whoops, you give me lesbian vibes. You give me like stud vibes.
I think this is actually just a secret fantasy of Raven's.
It is.
I think she just wants everyone to be gay, and she's just really hoping you're going to come out right here, right now. So
if you want to tell us anything, whoops, you're more than welcome.
Women have been asking me this for as long as I've been around. I am not a lesbian,
Okay.
but I know lots of them, and I've played them on television.
Oh, that's enough.
But I have always had lesbian friends because they're just my friends, and it's like, well, I'm not going to kiss you, but I'll kiss you over here. I'll do this, but I'm not going to do this. And they're like, okay.
She's not.
She's not. Yeah.
But she'll still do stuff?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We should call that partying, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
All
you know, we're in college, like, we all knew, like, those couple guys, like, we're not gay, we're just partying.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll do it, but I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Is that what she's saying?
I don't think that's what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
I think without seeing what Whoopi was sort of trying to imply when she's, you know what I mean?
okay,
I think that your head went
okay.
one way when I
Sure.
think in reality, I don't think
okay.
Whoopi was actually, you know, saying like, I'm not
Like,
gay.
I'll try this one thing.
Right.
But I'm not gay.
I don't think that's what Whoopi was getting at.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hulk Hogan opening it up about his addiction to prescription painkillers. And he was doing an interview with Muscle and Health and just sort of going through all of the surgeries that he's had and then how eventually he realized that the pain medication was a problem.
It's like in the last 10 years, I've had 25 surgeries.
Oh.
10 back surgeries, knees and hips replaced, shoulders, abdominal, face surgeries from getting kicked in the face and stuff like that. So I was on the pain pills. I did have doctors just writing prescriptions after prescriptions. And all of a sudden, it becomes a vicious cycle. There was a period of time, about 5 or 6 years, where I was in crazy pain. Because when you have one back surgery, sometimes people do well with it, or sometimes they'll end up in a wheelchair. And when you have a back surgery, it takes a while for your body to recover. Anesthesia is one thing. It takes a while for that to pass through your system. To basically recover from a huge back surgery, a couple level fusion takes a year. They were cutting on me every 4 months.
Oh, my God.
And I had 10 back surgeries. And so there was a point in time where as they were giving me the pain meds, I was in crazy pain. I couldn't even function. But as soon as things started to wind down, they would keep giving me the pain meds. It got to a point where when I had the 10th back surgery, the pharmacy would call me, your prescription's ready. And I would go like a dog chasing a bone. I'd go pick it up. And then finally, I just looked at myself and I said, I'm not in pain.
Yeah.
10 back surgeries?
Yeah. And they just keep pills, man. Yeah. And I guess he stopped drinking too. Like Hogan is like living a completely new life right now.
Really?
Like no pills, no booze, no nothing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Completely clean.
Yep.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Just look at these pictures of, I don't know what was going on, but Billie Eilish was spotted in economy on a commercial flight. What?
She's just like us. Sorry.
Something went horribly wrong.
Sorry.
For that to happen.
Us as in myself, Shem, Maria, damn it, Maury.
What?
Not you, Roz.
I
because
fly no.
Mr. First Class.
No.
While his family sits in 37A and B.
We don't need to get into that.
To and from.
Honeymoon.
A honeymoon. Well, Roz sits first class, drinking
No.
champagne, eating free chocolates.
No, come on.
The rest of the fam got to pay $12 for half a container of Pringles and a small ass Coke.
Come on.
Anyway, so continue to tell us how Billie Eilish is just like the rest of us.
You know what's great? You know what's great about First Class is if you are thirsty, they'll give you the whole can.
Man, you gotta ask.
They
though.
do. Yeah, you have to ask, but
Yeah.
they'll give you the whole can. They trust you with the whole can. They don't trust you in the back with the whole can. You're gonna fashion some sort of shiv out of it or
So
something.
what
like
happened?
that.
Billie
I don't know.
Eilish-
Yeah, fans just started taking pictures of her, and she was just like sitting there. And then I guess later on, Billie posted on her own social, and she was like wearing the exact same thing because she's wearing like a Dallas Cowboys sort of like toque and a blue hoodie.
Yeah.
It was a very distinctive look. But yeah, she was just like chilling.
Go
But
Cowboys, by the way.
something had to have gone horribly wrong in the planning of this, or she needed to get out of there for something, or she was going to miss a show or
Incognito.
whatever. And yeah, because
Right?
she's not flying like that all the
What
time.
if she just wanted to?
It's a risk. Like you can't. Billie Eilish, I don't think has the option of wanting to. Like for what reason? To save money? She's loaded. Like what
Prince
would be
Harry
the reason?
flew normal.
But
recently.
but Prince Harry everybody's up his ass about being too posh and living off the government money and all this stuff. Like Prince Harry, I understand that, but not Billie Eilish, for God's sake.
And not Roz
What's the
Weston.
matter with you?
Definitely not.
Don't make it seem like that. Okay, I fly.
First class?
No, I fly economy plenty of times.
Name the last
I just don't like it.
Listen, it was good enough for Billie
Right?
Eilish.
Yeah, exactly. One time, the dad from Family Ties sat beside me in Economy. Both of us with our big giant legs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Beside
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, beside me. Right beside me. We were sitting right beside each other. Yeah.
Did you tell him how you usually fly first class?
Yeah. No. Sucks, huh? You know what I mean?
Damn, man.
Stop it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
According to a new dating poll, bro code may be a thing of the past, or whatever the woman version of bro code is.
Girl code.
Girl code, is that what it is? Like, is there like a bros before hoes version of girls? Like, what do girls say?
Sisters before misters.
There we go. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
So 71% of people claim that their friends' opinions have little to no impact on who they choose to date, and 57% of people would even be willing to end a friendship if the person didn't like their partner. A lot of time they say that we think that we are just jealous. 54% of people say that they've been told to stop dating someone by a friend.
Oh.
That's terrible. 92% of people say that if they were to ask for somebody's approval from anyone, it would be their mom. See, I always thought that like bro code and girl code was dating somebody's ex.
That's what I thought.
Right?
That's what it is. That's what it is,
Like,
yeah.
it's not about approval from your friends.
I think that's
right?
two different things.
That's what I thought too.
Because Matthew's friends didn't approve of me, and look at us now.
But however, okay, I will say this. Bro code and girl code do come into play when we're not talking about an ex. In a situation like you have a buddy and that buddy gets a girlfriend and suddenly he's MIA in the friend group and you're like, yo, come and hang out. And he's like, no, I got to see the girlfriend. And then he's like, yo, come on, man, bros before hoes. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Anytime I hear the phrase bros before hoes, it always makes me think of that scene in The Office when Michael was talking about that phrase.
Bros before hoes. Why? Because your bros are always there for you. They have got your back after your hoe rips your heart out for no good reason. And you were nothing but great to your hoe. And you told her that she was the only hoe for you. And that she was better than all the other hoes in the world. And then suddenly she's not your hoe no mo.
I watched that with my kid twice.
I just watched that episode last week. That's Benihana Christmas.
It's so great. So great.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Drew Barrymore, like really scary situation. So she was doing a talk on a stage with an actress by the name of Renee Rapp. And I guess like some stalker that they're aware of got on stage.
What?
And started approaching Drew, and then security just like grabbed the guy, and then Drew and this other woman dipped and then came back. So here's clip number 1.
Sell people. Oh my God. Yes. Hi.
I'm Chad Michael Busto. You know who I am. I need to see you at some point while I'm here in New York, okay?
Oh my God. Yo, he gave first, middle, and last name.
Yeah, so Chad Michael Busto, and then like security just grabbed the guy fast, and then after a while they came right back out again.
By the way, just to be clear, the second they were like, okay, we're good. They're like, hey, like, do you need anything? Do you need us to say? She was like, oh, no, I got it. I'm good.
Well, I have a new definition of your sexiness. It's that level of protectiveness that went full bodyguard. That you are my Kevin Costner.
I'll be that.
Wow.
Right?
That's scary.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
And just like that, is the finale tonight, more?
Yes, it is.
You want me to spoil it for you?
No.
The Carrie's,
okay,
the,
fine.
the Samantha scene?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because everybody's talking about the Samantha scene. So,
Spoiler alert, everybody.
Kim Cattrall is back, and that's
Spoiler alert, everybody.
the anchor that they've built this entire season around.
Yeah.
And I think that what might shock more than a few people is that the Samantha scene actually happens very early in the episode.
I suspect it because she's having the Last Supper at her old apartment.
Right. And it is simply, and we know that Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker had no interaction while filming the scene. They filmed it on 2 completely different days, and there was
just like that, friendship done.
Nothing to do with one another.
Can I guess and you tell me if I'm right?
Well, why don't I just say it?
Well, why don't I guess and you tell me if I'm right?
Why don't I just say it?
We could have a little fun.
So Samantha planned on flying to New York to
From
do
where
the
was
to
she
do
again?
the London.
Oh, okay.
To do the dinner party,
Yeah.
and then she's like, the London fog is too bad, and my plane can't take off.
Damn.
And then Carrie's like, well, why don't we just hang out tomorrow? And she's like, I'm already driving home because I was going to fly back to London first thing tomorrow morning. And then Carrie was like, you're only going to come here for one night. And she's like, well, I love the apartment. I had to pay my respects. And
Yeah.
then Carrie puts her on speakerphone, and then Samantha over the phone says goodbye to the apartment, and then that's it.
That's what I was going to say, except
Yeah.
for the speakerphone part.
Yeah, that's it.
Just
which
like that.
also it could be that she's going to be in
like
season
that.
3, which is what I said.
Just like that. No, she's not.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
If they couldn't get together to film a scene for this, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, so
Any quotes? Like, how did she say goodbye to the apartment?
ta-ta,
Oh, really?
I believe.
That's it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Would you like to say anything to the apartment? And she's like, ta-ta.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was something like that.
And just like that.
Yep. And just like that. So anyway, so that airs, that's tonight. That's a big finale. And we already know that it's renewed for season 3. So that's pretty decent.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
For those looking for a sort of more personal connection to their faith, there's a brand new app in the sort of digital salvation world designed by devoted Christians in mind. It's called simply Text with Jesus.
What? Okay. Look at Shem just perched up.
They promise interactions with figures like Jesus, Mary, Joseph, Peter, and Matthew.
Okay.
Right? So far, so good. The app wears its spirituality sort of like way up front, guiding you through whatever you may need. And this is all AI mined from the depths of the Bible, verse by verse.
Okay.
So they've taken AI and said, do your thing with the Bible and allow people to talk to these figures. However, it's not free. So if you want to talk to like Adam and Eve and Jesus, you got to pay $2.99 a month. Otherwise, you just get people like Jethro.
Ugh.
But isn't it like going to church? You have to pay at church.
You don't even have to pay.
No,
you don't have to pay.
donation.
It's a donation.
offering. Sorry.
It's not a
Or tithe.
Yeah, it's not a door fee. The most controversial part of the Text with Jesus app, though, is conversations with Satan himself.
No. Sinister.
So they allow you to talk to Satan. However, when you talk to Satan on the app, he's not like deceitful and evil and anything else. He's actually quite, uplifting and preaches love, respect, and understanding.
That's not Satan.
And
That's not the real Satan.
And apparently every conversation that you have with Satan ends with the smiling face emoji with horns.
I'm sure that's
Of course.
a hard ticket.
Yep.
What else? He's not going to say a laughing emoji.
Yeah, you going to talk to Jesus, Shem?
I do every day.
Yeah. Oh, but he doesn't talk back, though. He'll
What do you
talk
mean?
back on the app.
No, you listen. You say AI, I say Jesus. You
But
know?
but you talk to Jesus. This is Jesus talking to you.
Yeah, Jesus talks to me.
I believe my grandfather talks to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Listen.
I would talk to Satan.
all the time.
I
I'd
would
be like,
yeah.
yo, why you got to be like that?
Yeah. He's like what?
Like, so weird all the time.
Yeah. He's like,
Like,
no.
man's are out here just trying to live life.
That's it.
Was there a list of who else you can talk to?
Everybody.
Moses, too?
Matthew, I guess.
Can I talk to Moses?
I don't
Wait,
know.
I have to pay to talk to Matthew.
Yeah. Matthew, Peter, everybody. Joseph. They're all
Yeah.
there.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the app called?
It's literally called Talk with Jesus.
Okay. Can I, if I wanted to,
Yes.
start a group chat with all the apostles?
I don't know. I
And
don't
see,
know.
Like, which one of them would roll over and spill the dirt on Jesus?
I don't know. But the way that AI works, right? Like people are going to start tricking AI into saying some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right? He deserved it. Like all this stuff. You know what I mean? Right? Like,
Yo, Jesus, remember that one time?
yes.
Remember that one time on the mountain?
Yes.
Right? And
Yes.
everybody was there.
Bro, I'm
And
telling
then
you.
you said that thing and everyone did that thing.
Dude, I'm
And
telling
then
you.
it didn't turn out well
This
for a lot of them.
Talk with Jesus on the. If you're just using pure AI without any sort of guardrails or training for the AI, this is going to get ugly.
Yeah.
Right? People are going to be like quoting Jesus, like stuff Jesus says.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're going to trick him into saying things. We're the devil in all of this.
Oh, speak for
by the
yourself,
way.
sir.
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
Sorry about that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Toronto Maple Leafs have re-signed Austin Matthews. They agreed to a man.
Oh,
4 years is not a
why are
long
you
time.
hating?
Because it's not a great deal. That's why.
Why isn't it a good deal? Break it down. Tell
Because
me why.
he should be longer.
Uh-huh.
Should be longer.
Does he want to be here longer?
Well, obviously not. 4 years, $53 million. That is $13.25 million a year. Basically the salary of a bench player in the NBA, but that's neither here nor there. It's a big contract, and it makes Austin Matthews now the highest paid player in the entire league.
Damn.
And when you look at the top 10 highest paid players in the league, 3 of them are Leafs, which is
Still no cup, huh?
they won one game in the second round
Come on, guys. We got to do
in
better.
the last how many ever years.
I'll sign an 8-year deal if that's what they're looking for.
Jeez, man. I don't know. So $13.25 million a year for 4 years.
You can buy a house a year.
Yeah, you can buy a lot. Yeah.
So what's the game plan then for Austin Matthews if the Leafs wanted 8?
I don't know if they wanted 8, but I'm just saying that you want to try and get if somebody's serious about winning, right?
Yeah.
You sign a longer deal.
So is
and
the game plan that at the end of year 4 he signs for a much he still wants to stay and he wants to sign for even more?
No,
or
I think he'll dip.
build up his worth and then go somewhere else.
He'll dip. He'll dip.
He'll go to Arizona.
I was just gonna
Not,
say
not
that.
until they get an arena.
Yeah.
Right now they play in front of like 200 people.
He's still young though, right? Like 25. He'll be 29 at the end of the deal, and then he can probably sign for one more, probably his final really big contract after that.
Yeah, but you gotta win. Like if you're serious about winning a cup and you've only won one game in the second round, I know that there's some cachet to being the highest paid player in the NHL, but you got to take less. You got to take a little bit less to let them build a team.
And in that top 10, you said 3 out of the top 10
Mitch Marner, John Tavares, and Austin Matthews
are all Leaf players.
And they all
So
are in the
they're
top
the
10
reason-
highest paid players.
They're the reason why them tickets are so expensive.
No, they're the reason why they ever won a cup, to be honest with you.
Guys, step it
Yeah.
up.
I
Bring back
know.
Bunting.
What's that, Maury?
Bring back Bunting.
Yeah, no, well, and you can't afford him.
He moves out Sunday.
Yeah, he's not the answer either, though. Love Bunting, but, I don't know. But that's a lot of money. Ooh, $13.25 million.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was just reading a story on Hulk Hogan. A lot of Hulk Hogan news recently. I don't know what's going on with the Hulkster.
I love it.
But the story was that he has regrets because he made a decision which cost him $200 million. And
when he turned and he joined the NWO?
No. So the story goes that he was offered the George Foreman grill to be the spokesperson for, right?
Yes.
And he chose instead to make a meatball machine. It was the lean, mean, fat-reducing meatball machine, or the Hulkamania meatball maker, or whatever it was.
This?
I don't know.
Why did I invest in one of these?
I don't know. But now he's clarifying. So the original number was that he missed out on $200 million, and that was the story. And then Hulk clarified it. And what he said was that his agent, he was out one day picking up his kids from school. And his agent called and said, hey, listen, I have 2 products. One is a grill, and then the other is a blender. I'm going to call you and George, meaning George Foreman. But Hulk was out at school picking up the kids. And then Hulk came home and got that message on the machine. And then Hulk called the agent back and said, hey, I'll take the grill. And he was like, well, I gave the grill to George. So why don't you have the blender? And then Hulk said that it was a blender that took one AA battery and it would fart and then turn itself off. So it was just it was a terrible machine.
Yeah.
But the number is not 200 million that George Foreman made from the grill. The number is closer to 550 million that George Foreman made off the grill. And George had said, he's never given an exact amount, but George said in an interview in 2014 that there was one period where he was making $8 million a month off the George Foreman grill.
Bruh, in my lifetime, I owned 3 of them joints. I remember when they upgraded, they got that digital display where it counts down the amount of time, so I didn't have to do it myself.
No.
Yo, I rushed a Canadian Tire so quick.
Do you still have it in storage?
You do. Do you still have one, Mocha? Probably in storage somewhere like that. But yeah, so the number's probably closer to $500 million that Hogan missed out on just because he wasn't in. Like, he would have done it. He didn't turn it down. It's just he missed a voicemail.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
And he missed out on it.
But how did I miss out on a meatball machine?
Yeah,
I would have supported.
I don't know. But I don't even know if the meatball machine ever got off the ground, right? Because it was the blender that he wound up going with.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, Taylor Swift has already turned down the opportunity to play the Super Bowl.
Why?
A source close to Taylor Swift, I don't know. They tell the Daily Mail that Taylor is busy with her current tour. She has zero time to prepare a Super Bowl show. She will do it eventually, but she is in no rush at all to do it in Vegas. They go on to say that she knows she is at her peak in her career, and each move from this point on is as important as the next. Working on her current tour and recording her old music and working on new music and living life are taking up the majority of the time. They go on to say the Super Bowl will be a nice thing to do someday, but it is not a defining moment for her right now.
Yeah, she don't need it.
She knows that she has all the time in the world. And then they go on to say later on, they quoted somebody, a source within the NFL, saying that Taylor will have the opportunity to be the Super Bowl halftime show, as she has been asked multiple times in the past. But they say that she's going to wait until it is actually in a city with some significance like Nashville.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if the NFL moves or puts a Super Bowl within the near future in Nashville, just to sort of court Taylor Swift to do it. But they will work around her schedule.
Yeah, she's in the most defining moment of her career right now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Biggest
Which
year
is
for her.
this tour. It's crazy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, how many, if you're going away for 6 days, how many pairs, Mocha, of underpants do you pack?
7.
7?
Yeah.
You're one extra. Damn it, more.
Yeah.
It's like 2.
2. Shem.
12.
12.
Wow. Yeah.
Maria.
I pack like 3 underwears for each day. So
For each day.
Oh my
So
God.
you're at, do the math on that for me, more.
That's like what, 12?
Yep. Okay.
For 2 days.
So according to a new poll, they asked people how many pairs of underpants they pack when they're going on a trip. Specifically, they asked about being gone for 6 nights. 22% of people said 6 pair of underpants, 1 per day. 36% of people pack 1 or 2 extra.
Why?
Since they don't take up much room.
Sure.
Some people got excessive. 6% of people are Shem. They say 12, which is 2 a day. 4% of people, this is Maria, they say more than 12, so more than 2 pair a day.
I guess it depends on where you're going and if you know what you're doing.
13% of people said fewer than 6 pair.
There you
So
go.
fewer
Yeah.
than a pair a day.
There you go.
So
That includes-
I guess like if I know if I'm going somewhere where we're going to be out during the day and then maybe go out for dinner somewhere in the evening, right? Then yeah, I will bring a daytime set and then one for after I shower and before we go out.
5% of people say they pack 5. 4% of people will pack 4. And 3% of people said that they pack 3 or fewer.
So you, Roz, were
Yes.
away recently.
Yes, I was.
And you were away for how many days?
Oh,
Like a
God.
week?
I think 10,
Or
no,
10.
8, 9 days? 9
Okay,
days.
9 days in Portugal.
Yes,
How many
9
underwear did you
days.
pack? How much did you
I
pack?
think I packed 9.
Yeah.
I didn't wear them all.
Wait, what?
I didn't
Oh, I
wear
guess
them all.
like
I didn't wear them all. I had
Swim
like
trunks on and stuff?
I had like 3 days where I was in like bathing suits, like from the time I
Okay,
got up
yeah.
until the time I went to bed.
Yeah.
Right. And I knew I shouldn't have packed that many, but I did. I packed them. But I came back with underpants I didn't wear.
Yeah.
But you have to
Easily.
wash those still anyway because they were like, in the bag.
No, I have a separate bag for the dirty ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when the dirty ones go, they go in a separate
Same.
separate compartment.
Same.
But yeah, I didn't wear them all. And in my head, I was like, why am I packing so many underpants? Like, come on.
But then I just start going through like my mind, like, okay, well, what if I
Like, and I don't have, it's not like I have sexy underpants, right? Like, it's not like I have, these are going to be my sort of day-to-day underpants. But like, if things sort of, turn a corner in the evening, I might want these underpants.
Because every underwear you wear is sexy.
Thank you, Maury. But Maria, you pack for those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Nobody
But like
does.
those aren't included in the 21.
Oh my God.
We're up to 21 now.
And those aren't
Well,
included
3
in
a day
Maury's
for like
too.
7 days.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.